Welcome to lesson 3 of SSS Sharpening Systems. Next lesson is going to be part 2, which is setup. Setup's very important to be able to do this. You're going to need some materials. You're going to have to set up your materials, and that's going to determine your final result. I have a lot of different materials off camera here. I'm just going to go through them one at a time, kind of show you what I have. These are not necessarily materials you must have yourself. These are kits that I use and they work for me. You can get a Gatco, you can get a Lansky, Smith system, Ruixen. There's several different kinds of systems you can use. For the purpose of this lesson, I'm going to be going through a Gatco 5 stone, we call it. Just so you know what that is. All this is a Gatco system, and it's got 5 stones in it, one of which is serrated, and currently I'm using 1 natural stone, coarse, 2 diamonds, and 1 synthetic, which is a ceramic fine stone. This kit originally came with 3 diamonds in a ceramic and a regular serrated edge. So right now we're going to be going with a serrated edge, a coarse natural, 2 diamonds, and a ceramic stone. Under the setup, which is the next lesson, materials. What you're going to need to do this, if you don't already have it, you're going to need a kit, which is for sharpening. You're going to need your oil. Never run a dry stone. You're going to need some oil, of course. You're going to need a base, which is what you put your mount on. So your mount will go on your base. Your kit will mount to that. You use oil in the system, and that's pretty much it. I usually use some rags or paper towels or something to clean up the mess with. It's not really a big deal. Whatever you want to do when you first get started, you're probably going to be really messy, so it's okay to waste a little bit of oil. I don't mind wasting oil. It's better to use too much than not enough, and we're going to go into great detail on the oil you use and how you use it, because that's very critical on getting good results or not. If you're using bad oil or poor oil, you'll get poor results. You'll become an expert at using the right kind of oil and how to use it and how much is used for different types of metals. But for now, the one I've been using for many years has always worked great. It's very cheap, it's easy to get, it's non-toxic. You can get it in your cuts, it's no problem, it won't affect the healing. You can actually drink this stuff. It's actually prescribed by doctors to drink for intestinal issues. Very clear. It does stain some stuff, but it's clear, so all you see is an oil stain, which will wash out. So not a problem. So far as these materials, kit, you can use a Smith system, Gatco, which is what I have. There's a Lansky, which is what I had before that. There's a Ruixen system. You can feel free to look these up on the internet. These are the standard top 4 kits. There's a lot of other off-brand and name brands and market brands. Personally, I go with the Gatco and the Ruixen. There's nothing wrong with a Lansky kit. They all have their goods and their bads. The Gatco system has wider, better stones. Most of them are diamond. The Ruixen system is much more advanced for doing really good work. The Smith system is basically entry level. Most people go Smith system to Lansky to Gatco to Ruixen in that order. I'm kind of going between Gatco and Ruixen myself. If you haven't already bought these, if you want to buy them, you're welcome to. If you've already got a kit, all the better. We will go from there. That's it so far as a kit. We're about to go to next lesson here in a second, which is continuing materials.